Welcome to the New School of Marketing podcast, the place for smart, simple strategies that will amplify your business results. Sharing practical tips, insider knowledge, and actionable advice because marketing is something that every business owner can do. Now, let's get started. Introducing your host, Bianca McKenzie, mum, lover of snow sports, camping, horse riding, and in-demand launch strategist and Facebook advertising knowledge bank.
Welcome to the New School of Marketing podcast. We're almost halfway through July, and isn't it ironic that I did a podcast episode about batching content a few weeks ago, and I haven't been able to batch any content this month. We've had gastro in our house, a teething baby, crazy weather, and just the general chaos of family life. It's a juggle, but we're working it all out. And I'm sure that at some point, maybe when the kids are both in school, things will settle down. And I'm sure there are parents listening and giggling about what I don't know yet. Anyway, it is what it is. We try to roll with it. Today, I want to talk about Facebook ads for your store and whether it will work. I get that many of you are curious about Facebook ads, but at the same time, hesitant of the unknown and whether you'll get a return on your investment. And let's be honest, Facebook and Instagram ads don't work for everyone, at least not in the way you probably want them to. Let me explain. You most likely want to run ads to get sales, which is fair enough. You're running a business after all, not a fan club. And sometimes direct-to-sales ads are not going to work for your business. And there could be a multitude of reasons why. Your store might not be optimized for conversions. It might not work well on mobile, and your shoppers might be on mobile. Your prices might be too high for a direct-to-sale from a cold audience. You could be targeting the wrong audience. There are honestly so many options as to why your ads might not work right away. Here's what I do want to say though. Facebook ads will work for your store, but only if you get your strategy right. Like I mentioned, a direct-to-sale campaign might not work for your business. You might need to run a warm-up campaign first, or maybe you need to go through your website with a fine comb to make sure that everything is working clearly, to see if you can make improvements or it converts better. It is not easy from where I'm sitting to tell you what's going to happen when you run Facebook ads. But the rule of thumb is that Facebook ads amplify what's already happening organically. So if you're making sales organically and you know your conversion rate and your average order value, you should be able to replicate this by driving more traffic to your store with ads. So will Facebook ads work for your store? Yes, but it depends on your strategy. Let's go through a few different scenarios. You have an online store selling items that are mostly under $50, but people often purchase more than one item, so your average order value, your AOV, is higher, often over $100. Your store consistently attracts traffic and your conversion rate is over 2.8%. In other words, your stuff sells. If you were to run ads to a cold audience, you will most likely see good results, as long as you target the right audience. If you have an online store that sells high-priced items, let's say fine jewelry at $1,000 or more per piece, this strategy most likely isn't going to work for you. Firstly, a cold audience rarely spends $1,000 in an online store they don't know. Secondly, your conversion rate is most likely a little bit lower than the average e-commerce conversion of 2.8%. This doesn't mean that ads won't work for you. It just means that you need to take a different approach. You would most likely be running ads that showcase your business, highlight the dream or lifestyle rather than the product. And you want to be positioning yourself as the go-to store for fine jewelry in your niche. For example, you could be crafting jewelry for dance and ballet mums. Your niche is small, but very targeted. So you can start running ads that really position you as the go-to store for bespoke jewelry with a ballet and dance focus. And your aim with ads is to be seen and remembered for your work so that people will start talking about your brand. You will see sales from this in the long run, but not a simple click and purchase type of campaign. Instead, this is a long-term strategy for brand recognition. So when I see people asking in groups whether ads will work for their business, I always want to shout, yes, but a lot of people seem to see Facebook or Meta as a money-hungry machine. And they probably are in it for the money because they're a business after all, just like you are, but they also want to see your ads succeed. The better your ads perform, the more likely you are to spend more money, right? Sadly, a lot of people give Facebook ads a bad rep because they may not have seen any sales from it, but that doesn't mean they don't work. And without looking at their numbers specifically, there could be a ton of things that contribute to the ads not working. And most of the reasons probably have nothing to do with the ads themselves. Like I said earlier, if your website isn't optimized for conversions, no Facebook ad is going to change that. Also, Facebook only attributes a sale for 7 days. So if you have ads running and someone purchases on day 10, it won't be attributed to your Facebook ad, even though that's what brought the person to your store in the first place. I know Facebook ads work. They do work. It just depends on your business and what the most suitable strategy is for you. I want to take you back before Facebook ads, before smartphones, when all the advertising we had available to us was a newspaper ad, magazine ad, or a TV ad. Back in those days, it was incredibly hard to quantify your ad. You'd have no real idea if it actually worked. It was mostly a cross your fingers approach. Facebook and digital marketing has completely changed this. We now have metrics we never had before, but we now also have much cheaper ways to get our business in front of a target audience. Like, it is seriously a bit of a revolution. And sometimes I think we just need to change our perspective and make some tweaks to our marketing strategy before we say that something doesn't work for us. We need to look at the numbers and dig really deep. Just because you didn't get sales doesn't mean that it didn't work. So if Facebook ads didn't work for businesses, they wouldn't still be running them. Like, you wouldn't see ads in your newsfeed if they didn't work for anyone. Anyway, time to get off my high horse and stop ranting about this because I can go on about this forever. I know Facebook ads work. They work for my clients. They work for my students. They work for me. And if you've been struggling with Facebook ads, I'm inviting you to join me in my program, Ecom Expansion, where you'll be supported in your digital marketing journey and where I help you grow your e-commerce business by building your foundations first so that you can then successfully scale and grow your income with Facebook ads. We look at the entire picture, not just ads. So it is time to stop the Facebook ad struggle because it can be mega lucrative as long as your foundations are solid and you're using the right strategy. Cool. That is it for this week. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of the New School of Marketing podcast. I can't wait to share more marketing tips with you next week. And if you're ready to take your business to the next level with Facebook and Instagram advertising, make sure you visit newschoolofmarketing.com to download practical free resources, plus subscribe to the podcast and never miss an episode. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Until next time, take care and market your business every day.